Hello, good day everyone. So, our topic for today will be the design for torsion. So, our previous topic yung ating design or shear in beams, no. So, ngayon we have the torsion in beams. So, yung shear in beams natin is acting pag ganito, no. Meron tayong member, yung load ganito. Mag-resist lang is yung concrete and then yung stirrups, parang ganyan. So here in torsion naman, kung ito yung ganitong section natin, yung torsion natin is parang tinitwist niya lang yung members natin, no? So kung baga, parang pinipiga niya yung members natin hanggang magganito yung itsura niyan. Parang ganyan. Parang mag-iikot siya, no? So with that, i-resist dapat ng members may shear force naman sa stirrups or sa reinforcement na magre-resist doon sa twisting niya. Dapat yung mga stirrups natin magre-resist siya with the help of the concrete mismo. Kasi dinidesign din yung torsion sa stirrups, sa concrete, and then also sa longitudinal bars. Since dyan naka-based, no? Kasi tulong-tulong yan. Mariresist lahat ng loads, including torsion, moment, and the shear. Ito, erase muna natin. Yan. So, this discussion will be based on the NSCP 2015. So, next. For introduction, we have here the reinforced concrete beams are often subjected to torsional moments in addition to the bending or the flexure and the axial or the shear forces. Ito yung VU or V, and then ito naman yung NU, and then ito yung MU. So bending, axial, and the shear. Ito na, kakadiscuss lang natin yung shear. And then itong bending, yung nakaraan lang, no? Pati yung axial kasama ng shear. So sa case ng torsional moments, may provision yung NSCP no, saan hindi naman na parang nire-required yung member natin na mag-analyze ng about sa torsional moments. Pero of course, kailangan natin i-consider ito for the purpose na maging safe yung ating structures. So, it must be designed for the effects of torsional loads wherever applicable. Ayan. Kalagay naman, wherever applicable. So, the torsional moment tends to twist the structural members. So, kagaya nito. Kagaya nung drawing ko kanina. Kung kunyari itong member natin, alisin natin ito. Ayan. Ito yung member natin, meron tayong twisting moment o yung torsion na tinatawag natin. So, from your mechanics, di ba? Na-discuss niyo yung torsion wherein you have discussed yung mga members natin or yung mga analyzation natin paggamit ng mga torsions na yan. So here, i-apply lang natin yung mga loads na yun when it comes to members of concrete or reinforced concrete members. So it twists daw po the structural member around its longitudinal axis. So, ito yung longitudinal axis natin. I-twist niya lang ng pagganito. And then, may magre-resist dyan or magre-resist yung mga stirrups dyan ng ganitong mga shear, no? So, i-resist niya lang. So, kung pag ganito yung ikot ng torsion natin, yung forces na shear naman natin, magpapaikot naman siyang ganito. To resist the twisting. No. So, of course, yung mga cracks dyan is halos kaya sabay-sabay na kasi yan when it comes to failure. So, pati yung shear, torsions, ayan. So, next, NSCP requirements naman tayo. We have NSCP 2015 core requirements under 6.2.2, the torsional strength, NSCP 2015 section 422.7, Under this code, this shall apply to member if TU or the factored torsion is greater than or equal the phi TU, where phi is given in the section 421 and threshold TTH or threshold torsion TTH is given in the section 422.7.4. If TU is less than the phi TTH or the threshold torsion, it shall be permitted to neglect the torsional effects. So pag ganito yung lumabas, huwag na tayong mag-analyze for the torsional effects. Threshold torsion shall be calculated in accordance with the table 422. So ito, next, ito na yung threshold torsion for solid cross section. So we have three types of members. So we have non-pre-stressed members. Axial to no, axial. We have pre-stressed members, non-pre-stressed, and the non-pre-stressed members subjected to axial force. So ito lang yung consider natin since nandito naman yung discussion natin, non-pre-stressed members. So we have 1/12. Sometimes sa ibang book nakalagay 0.083 if I'm not mistaken, no? Tapos lambda, same lang yung lambda nila sa doon sa code natin nung shashi. Then square root of fc prime, and then may nadagdag lang tayong bagong notation na a CP and then the PCP. So wherein yung ACP daw po natin is the area enclosed by the outside perimeter of the concrete cross section. Cross section yan, no? Nakalipat ata dito. And then the PCP naman is the outside perimeter of the concrete cross section. Okay, so kunyari meron kayong cross section na rectangular, yung area niyan is PCP, B times H. Tapos PCP naman, yung ito, perimeter nito, B to B plus H. Parang ganyan. And then we also have here the lambda, a modification factor. When kapag normal weight, we have the value of 1. So next, for the torsional strength Tn, for non-pre-stressed and pre-stressed members, Tn shall be the lesser of A and B. So, kunyari, alin mas maliit dito sa dalawa, yun yung kukunin nyo. Ito pala na sa code is ito na andito yan, no? Pero, typo error daw iyon. So, babaguhin na lang natin. So, ito yung susundin natin. Yung Tn natin is equal to 2 A sub O multiplied by this A sub T times the FYT or the stress in the stirrups over S, the spacing, and then cotangent theta. And then yung second formula naman, Tn is equal to A, nabago lang dito yung Fy na yung gagamitin nyo. Tapos meron na tayong pH, and then yung cotangent theta is nasa baba. Screenshot nyo na lang to. Wherein yung A sub O daw po, it shall be determined by the analysis. Yung theta naman shall not be taken less than 30 degrees nor greater than 60 degrees. So meaning, kung theta natin ito, dapat hindi siya, dapat greater than to 30 siya, but less than 60 degrees siya. Okay. Alat. Ay, saglit. Pet alat. Ito. Wherein 80 is the area of one leg of a closed stirrup resisting torsion. So, kung yung stirrup mo is ito, yung 80 mo is one leg lang, no?
'di ba, usually dalawang leg siya. So yung 80 mo is yung area lang ng ito ng diameter of this stirrup mo. Kunyari 10 squared. So wala ka nang hindi ka na mag-multiply dito ng number of legs. So 1 na lang siya. Okay. So we also have here the AL or the longitudinal torsional reinforcement. And PH is the perimeter of the center line of the outermost closed stirrup. So in section 422.7.6.1.1 naman ang haba. So in this equation A and B, it shall be permitted to take the A sub O equal to 0.85 A sub OH. And then gagamitin yung phi or theta 45 degrees for non-pre-stress members if satisfy niya itong condition na to. So 45 degrees yung gagamitin yung theta. Erase na natin. And then next, if the TU is greater or less than V TCR, wherein yung TCR natin is the torsional cracking torsion, the TU is required to maintain equilibrium. The member shall be designed mali to resist the TU. Cracking torsion TCR shall be calculated with this table. We also have here the NU. Kapag compression, we will take the NU as positive. For tension naman, we have the negative sign. Okay. So, I hope hindi ka maguguluhan sa mga sign na yan. So, for non-pre-stress members, same lang yung formula natin kanina, but yung multiplier natin dito will be 1/3. So, kanina, 1/12 yun. No? So, in the other member, ito na yung given. Free stress members, and then for the axial force. Ganda yung screenshot po. So, cross-sectional limits natin under NSCP 2015 for 22.77. Cross-sectional dimension shall be selected such that A or B is satisfied. For solid sections, wherein yung solid sections naman parati yung gamit natin, we have this formula. For the first, we have square root of VU, or the quantity of VU, BWD squared. Plus TU, ito na yung torsion, tapos ito na yung PH, over 1.7 A sub OH squared raised to 2. Dapat masatisfy niya na less than or equal siya sa phi VCBWD plus 0.66 FC prime. So itong BC, di ba, we have 0.17 FC prime tapos BWD. Ang mangyayari, makancel na lang itong BWD. So dito matitira 0.17 FC prime. Wala lang. Dagdag ko lang para hindi na kayo mag-type ng madami. So for hollow section naman, ito naman yung gagamitin nyo. Actually, natanggal lang yung square root niya lang dito. Tapos yung squared. All in all, same lang naman siya. So for determining the parameters, we have here the ACP, wherein yung ACP natin is the parang gross area lang naman siya. We have the BW times the H. Tapos kapag PCP naman, yung gross perimeter natin, no? BW, dalawang BW, ito, plus yung total height na dalawa. So, perimeter lang siya nakabuuan. And then we also have here the A sub OH, wherein yung A sub OH naman is the distance or the area enclosed of this stirrup. So, yung x natin is under dito, sa loob. Nakapaloob yan, no? So, yung x1 nyo is the area nito sa loob. Tapos, ito naman. So, yung area nitong loob, yan na yung tatawagin yung A sub OH. Wherein yung A sub O nyo naman is 85% of this area. Tapos, yung pH nyo is the perimeter of this stirrup. So, dalawang x1, tapos dalawang y1. Ganun lang yung parameters natin. Next, minimum torsional reinforcement under NSCP 2015 ulit. So, if torsional member is required, minimum transverse reinforcement is equal to this. Where yung AV natin is the area of the shear. Tapos yung 280 naman natin is the area of one leg lang. So yung dalawang minimum reinforcement natin is ito. So alin yung mas malaki dito, yan yung pipiliin mo. Same lang naman siya sa shear, no? Diba? For the knowledge of shear design of beams, the area AV obtained is for both legs of a two-legged stirrup. The value 80, which represent the area of the stirrups needed for torsion, is for only one leg. Therefore, the value of AB plus 280 is the total area of both legs of the stirrups for the shear plus the torsion. So, kung area total natin is just equal to 2, dalawang 80, since yung 80 natin is for one-legged lang, no? One leg. Tapos yung AV naman natin is yung kabuuan. Ito para sa torsion, ito naman para sa shear. For the total, for both shear and torsion, we will just add these two area. Kaya ito yung na-produce. For additional area of longitudinal reinforcement, ito yung gagamitin nyo. So, i-record nyo lang lahat ng mga formula. Tapos gagamitin natin siya later on for our example. So details of torsional reinforcement. If required, the transverse torsional reinforcement shall be closed stirrups. Tapos, transverse torsional reinforcement shall extend at a distance of at least BT plus D beyond the point required by the analysis. Wherein yung BT natin, it represents the width of that part of the member cross-section which contains the torsional stirrups. Spacing of transverse reinforcement shall not exceed the lesser of P over H or the perimeter of x1 plus y1. So, kailangan nyo makuha yung distance ng x1 and then ng y1. Dali lang naman yun, no? Minus lang siya ng distances. For the hollow section naman, the distance from the center line of the transverse torsional reinforcement to the inside face of the wall of the hollow section shall be at least 0.5 OH over PH. Ayan. Ito na yung mga codes natin. So, screenshot nyo na lang siya. Tapos, mag-recall na lang kayo during the computation for the sample problems. So, by the way, yung mga problems dito is hindi siya totally for torsion lang, no? Kunyari, mag-analyze lang tayo for torsion. So, hindi. So, may mga magdi-discuss tayo ng problem na kung saan yung member natin is subjected to different loadings. Or, I mean, yung different failures yung i-analyze natin. Failures in flexure, for shear, meron ding for axial, no? Yung na-discuss natin sa shear reinforcement, meron din doon mga formula for tension, for torsion. For torsion pa rin yan. Itong tatlo. Meron din palang for axial, NU. So, ayan, I think lahat naman na formula na daanan. Okay naman na to. So, ayan. Mag-send na lang ako ng bago for your sample problems. Screenshot nyo na lang.